So some common misunderstandings about open carry is that anyone will be able to openly carry. That is not the case. Texas is not an open carry constitutional state, so in order for you to openly carry, you must have what's called a license to carry. And the license that has been referred to since 1995 as a concealed handgun license is now referred to as a learn to carry license, although I think for many years people are going to call it your CHL. So you still must have your concealed handgun license or license to carry in order to legally openly carry a handgun or carry that handgun concealed. Now you can still carry concealed inside your own home, inside your own place of business, or inside your own motorized vehicle that's under your control, as long as you're not a criminal in the commission of a crime greater than a traffic violation, not a member of a gang, a former member of a gang. It still has to be concealed inside your car without a license. When that open carry goes into effect on 1 January, you'll be able to openly carry in your vehicle as long as you still meet the holster requirements of either a shoulder holster or a belt holster of some sort. Now, shoulder holsters, there's lots of people that like to carry shoulder holsters. I'm not one of them, but that's just me. Shoulder holsters, what they allow you to do is have that gun on and wear a jacket and very easily carry the gun. Some people find them to be very comfortable. Folks that ride motorcycles, I know of quite a few guys that ride motorcycles that carry concealed this way because it's not exposing anything. The other way you can openly carry is on your traditional belt holster, whether that be an inside the waistband or an outside the waistband. The law just says some sort of belt holster. What I do like about inside the waistband holsters is it allows the gun to be snug to my body. If I were to put on my seat belt, it's not necessarily going to be caught by my seat belt, and it allows me to conceal that gun very easily just by pulling the shirt over. Another way to look at open carry is that just because I can wear a Speedo doesn't always mean it's a good idea to do so. So I always encourage people, when you're looking at possibly openly carry, just make sure that you're in an environment where you're not going to attract negative attention, because us as card carrying good guys and gals that carry guns as good guys, there's lots of people that are on the fence about firearms that don't know, what to think about firearms. And the last thing we want to do is push people in the other direction. Too many people think the problem has to do with the firearm and not the person behind the firearm. So I always encourage people, I'm always trying to bring people to the dark side when I'm out and about, and letting them know that somebody that carries a handgun, whether it be concealed or open, they're generally the good guys. The criminals are the ones you need to be aware of. The thing you always got to remember with open carry is that there are going to be times when you're going to go into a business or an establishment where it just may not be socially acceptable to openly carry, that you're going to want to be concealed. So whatever holster method or method you choose to carry, whether it be concealed or open, just keep that in mind. How can I conceal this handgun relatively easily without creating a lot of attention? Open carry, what it does is it bypasses the misdemeanor charge if I'm at HEB or Walmart and I'm carrying that gun. If I'm carrying that gun concealed in Walmart, and let's pretend I don't have on this shoulder holster, and I reach up real high and the gun becomes exposed for a brief amount of time, I could possibly be charged currently with a Class A misdemeanor. The beauty about open carry is that misdemeanor goes away. That's not a misdemeanor charge. One of the other advantages that open carry does, or one of the changes to the law that you need to be concerned about as a concealed handgun license holder, is the signage law. Currently, there's only 2 signs that prevent you from carrying into an establishment that is not otherwise regulated, like your courthouses, your inside your schools. It's A, the 51% sign. The 51% sign is any business that sells or serves alcohol for on-premises consumption, so it's your bars and nightclubs that gets 51% or more income from the sale of that on-premises consumption of that alcohol. The other sign you need to be concerned about currently is the 3006 sign. 3006 signs, 1-inch block letters, contrasting colors at every public entrance, posted in English and Espanol. That sign prevents you from carrying concealed. Now, the sign that goes into effect in addition to 3006 in January is what's called the 3007 sign. The 3007 sign basically looks exactly the same as the 3006, but it says 3007 and it says open carry of a handgun. So in order for a business to prevent you from openly carrying as well as concealed carry, they'd have to have both of those signs posted. Now the law has changed that if you bypass a 3006 or 3007 sign, it's only a Class C misdemeanor, which basically means a small payment fee, no jail time. The Class A's and Class B's are the ones where you lose your license or potentially could lose your license to carry concealed or openly. So now if you bypass a sign that says no open carry or concealed carry because you didn't see it for whatever reason and bypass it, it's only a Class C misdemeanor if you're caught. If the owner of the property or someone with the authority to act in the owner's behalf, so an employee comes up to you and says, "Sir, man, we don't allow open or we don't allow concealed carry here," if you fail to depart at that point, you could be charged with a Class A misdemeanor for criminal trespassing when law enforcement arrive. So open carry, it's good. I believe that in the next few years, Texas will see some form of constitution carry, but open carry, to me, what it does is it prevents the misdemeanor offense if that gun accidentally gets displayed. And folks, once again, I'd caution you to make sure that your friends and family members that think that on 1 January they're going to start openly carrying a gun without a license, that is still a Class A misdemeanor. And folks, in conclusion, that's open carry in a nutshell. Any questions you might have, feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email. So keep us in mind for all your firearms needs.